Nice to see all of you, familiar faces and new faces. Welcome to Yoga Core. Yeah, 45 minutes of yoga, and it goes by pretty quick. So I will just have us begin right now. So welcome, and we can start on our backs today. Or if something else feels more suitable for you, if you want to start in a child's pose or a comfortable seat, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, I just want to spend the next couple of minutes of just arriving to yoga. So just feel your body connecting with your yoga mat. And you can close your eyes here and just allow your breath to be natural. So just release the breath that you have. Maybe a little sigh of relief for making it to your yoga mat, which is a beautiful feeling. And now we're going to start to bring our energy inward. So you can start to notice how your body feels. Maybe check in with yourself mentally. Notice how your heart is feeling today. And there's nothing you need to do to change any of that, but it's okay to acknowledge exactly where you are right now with gratitude. Let your face muscles just relax, even if that means slightly separating your lips and your teeth, maybe unfurrow your eyebrows. And with the energy of us connecting inward, we're also going to slow our breath down. So releasing the breath that you have. And then next time you take an inhale, take in a little bit more air than last time. So really focus on your lungs filling up, your chest rising, your belly rising. Try not to breathe too quickly. Just really enjoy the slowing down of the breath. And then as you exhale, the same energy, slowly release, feeling your belly drop, your chest lowering. You're softening here, you're letting go. We're going to do that 5 more times and keeping the vibe of slowed down breath. So just taking a little bit more air with each round. Breathe at your own pace, but just more importantly, stay connected to your inner self here. Try to let your thoughts just be clear. Try not to think about what's going to happen next. Just really enjoy the stillness and the breath work. And just know that you can always come back down into Shavasana or in a child's pose if anything ever feels a bit much for you. And Vinyasa yoga, which is the style that I teach, is all about breath work into poses. So it's important that we're breathing properly before we move into our practice. So just take 3 more deep breaths. When you inhale through your nostril, you're purifying yourself. You're bringing in all that good energy, fresh air, cleansing you. And then when you exhale, you're releasing all of the toxic chemicals and waste and all the uckiness in our body. So make sure you're releasing all of that. Don't leave a drop behind and take 2 more breaths. Full inhale, maybe holding it at the top for 1 second and then fully letting everything out. Take 1 more deep breath here in Shavasana. And let everything go. Let your jaw open. Now we're going to move a little bit. So you can start by moving your wrists around and your ankles, maybe stretch out on your yoga mat, take up some space here. And then we're going to bring our feet planted into the mat. So bring your heels as close to your sit bones as you can. And then we're going to press our palms down, keeping our chin towards our chest. We're going to inhale to lift our hips up towards the sky for bridge pose. And we're going to be here for 5 breaths. So just move slow here. Take a breath. You can start to walk your shoulders close to each other. Maybe clasp your hands if that feels good. Maybe press your pelvis up towards the sky a little bit more on your inhale. Stay for your exhale. Take 3 more breaths. Inhaling, maybe you can come onto your tippy toes. 2 more breaths here, just feeling that light core warm up. Keep the full breath in and full breath out. Release your grip if you have one and start to wind down your spine 1 vertebrae at a time. And then we're going to keep our knees up, but we're going to move into figure 4 legs. So it's like pigeon on your back. So place your right ankle on top of your left knee. And then your legs are going to make a little triangle. So you can swoop your hands through and grab behind your left knee if you want. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths. So you can straighten your left leg if you'd like. You can also pull your left knee closer to you. Your right elbow will be pushing into your inner right thigh. So you're creating like a stretch in your IT band. Take 2 breaths. Take 1 more breath here. And then release your hands from behind your knee. And then keeping your legs as they are, drop all of your knees to the right, cactus your arms and gaze towards the left for a little stretch here. And take 3 breaths. Yeah, you can just like field goal post your arms if you want. There you go. Take 2 more breaths. One more deep breath. Now inhale that leg back up, release your right foot to the ground, and then bring your left ankle on top of your right knee. And same as the other side. If you want to thread your hands through and grab behind your right knee, and take 3 breaths. Again, you can straighten your right leg if you'd like. You can pull that right leg closer. At the same time, your left elbow is pushing into your inner left thigh, so you're getting a stretch on your left IT band. Take 2 more breaths. No matter what pose we're in, try to keep the same breath as how we're starting. Another breath. So nice, full and long inhales and complete exhalation. And then release from behind your right knee, and then all the knees or both of the knees go to the left, and then gaze towards the right for 3 breaths. And 2 more big breaths. Last breath on this side. Inhale to come out of your twist. Release the left leg, foot to the ground. And then we're going to grab behind both knees and we're going to take some spinal rolls. So we're going to roll about 3 or 4 times. Try to not roll on your neck though, but just feel the nice little massage from your yoga mat. And what we're going to do is we're going to come onto our hands and knees, wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips for tabletop. Then from tabletop, we're moving into cat and cow. So cow pose, as you inhale and your belly drops, your tail lifts and you gaze all the way up. So your chin is pointing up. So feel that front body stretch. And then when you exhale, you're an angry cat. So you're pushing the mat away. Inhale, drop your belly even more. Lift your tail higher. Gaze all the way up like you're trying to gaze behind you. And then exhale. Inhale, cow pose. Drop the belly, lift the tail. Gaze all the way up like you're trying to gaze behind your brain. Exhale, angry cat. Push the mat away even farther. We're going to do this about 5 more times. So start to move in a way that feels organic for you. So for me, I like to do hip circles. Maybe you want to do a figure 8 spine. Maybe you need some wrist relief. So you can point your fingers towards your knees for a little wrist stretch. You can also close your eyes here. It's really good to just staying focused with your breath and yourself, and don't worry about how you look, how the person next to you looks, just all staying connected with you, what feels good for you in your body and your breath. I'd say about 3 more breaths to go. And take another full round of breath. Full inhale and full exhale. Now we're going to bring our toes to touch and our knees as wide as you would like for child's pose. So if you have a little more opening in your hips, you can bring your knees a little wider, stretch your fingertips towards the top of the mat, and then let your forehead come down. Take 3 breaths here. When you inhale, you can stretch your fingertips to the top of your mat. When you exhale, just allow yourself to soften, let your hips sink back. You can rock your forehead left and right on your yoga mat if that feels good for you. Little pineal gland massage. 2 more breaths here. Another option in child's pose is you can clasp your hands and then reach that behind your low neck for a little tricep stretch, and you can walk your elbows farther away for more intensity. Take 1 more breath. Inhale to press yourself back up. And then before we really get moving, we're going to just keep our legs as they are, and we're going to do thread the needle pose. So we're going to keep our left palm down, and then inhale your right arm up and look up at your hand, maybe move your wrist around. And then we're going to exhale the right arm under the left, so your right cheek comes down onto the mat. You can keep your left palm into the mat, press into the mat with your elbow up, or you can stretch the left arm over your head. Take 2 more breaths. Full breath in. Full breath out. Make sure you're fully exhaled and then inhale to release your right arm up towards the sky, stretching your wrists around again. Feels good. And then right palm down. Inhale the left arm up, look up at your hands, stretch nice and wide. Then exhale your left arm under your right. Left cheek comes down to the mat. Take 3 breaths. Take 1 more breath on this side. Try not to short yourself on your breath though. Make sure you're breathing fully both ways. Inhale to release your left arm to the sky, twisting your wrist around. Bring your palms back down. Walk your knees back closer towards each other for tabletop. And then make sure your hands are spread nice and wide. Your middle fingers facing straight up on the top of your mat. Curl your toes, inhale, and then exhale your hips up for downward facing dog. We're going to be here for 5 breaths. So just start to pedal your dog out if that feels good for you. Let your head be nice and loose. So if you need to shake out some yeses and some nos, and your knees can be slightly bent here because you want your spine to be straight. So you can inhale on your tippy toes and then exhale. Exhale out of your mouth, release your heels. So your palms can be making like a suction cup as long as your fingers are spread nice and wide. 2 more breaths here. Last breath. Now inhale to look up at the top of your mat. Empty your lungs and walk lightly towards the top of your yoga mat. Inhaling with a halfway lift so your hands are on your shin and your spine is flat. Then we're going to exhale into our first forward fold. So again, your knees can be slightly bent here. You can decide what you want out of your forward fold. So a lot of people like to take a rag doll. You grab opposite elbows. Inhale to lengthen your tailbone a little higher. Then exhale to fold even deeper. 2 more breaths. If you are in a rag doll, you can sway left and right. Feel your low back muscles release here. Try to keep the breath that we've been working with the last 15 minutes or so. It's important to breathe nice and slow. Take 1 more breath. Now, when we come to stand, you're going to inhale and you're going to come up so slow. So try to keep the head and arms heavy as you roll up 1 vertebra at a time. And then once you do get to the top, bring your arms overhead. And then exhale. Now we're going to take freedom breath and breathe together 4 times. So we're going to inhale, arms overhead. We're going to take our time as we breathe. We're going to reach and look up and stretch and exhale. Hands to heart, maybe chin to chest for a little gratitude bow for yourself in this beautiful practice. And then inhale up. So the goal is not to be the first to get to the top, but really just to take in more air into your lungs than last time. And then exhale. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach, breathe, look up, stretch, and exhale. One more time, inhale, maybe biggest breath so far. hold at the top for 3, 2, and 1. We're going to exhale to fold forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. Now plant your hands and exhale back for plank pose. We're going to hold plank for 3 breaths, so you can drop your knees here if you would want. So inhale to push the mat away. Stay for your exhale. 2 more breaths. Feel your core. Steady breath. 1 more. Now, next time you inhale, roll forward so your shoulders are over your wrists. Then we're going to exhale to drop our knees, chest, and then chin. So we're in 8-limbed pose. Then we're going to inhale to a baby cobra. Maybe let your hands float here. Exhale, down dog. We're going to do that 1 more time, our sun salutation. So inhale to look up at your mat, lungs empty, and then walk towards the top. Halfway lift once you get there. Exhale to fold. Inhale, roll to stand. Extended mountain, maybe a baby back bend if you want. Hands to heart. Mountain pose at the top of your mat. But while we're in mountain pose, I just want us to focus on our feet. So lift up your toes. Maybe come on the balls of your feet for a little balancing. Come onto your heels. Just pay attention to your feet here because our feet are very important. So spread your toes nice and wide. Just a little extra love there. And now we'll flow a little faster through our sun A. So we're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale to swan dive. Inhale to a halfway lift and then step back as you exhale into plank. Once you're in plank, take an inhale. And then when you exhale to lower, shoulders over wrists, maybe take your time coming down. And then inhale your heart up, either up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Full breath in and full breath out. Now inhale your right leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale to step your right foot through the center of your hands. We're going to release our knee, our left knee, and uncurl our left toes. We're setting up for a low lunge. So you want to bring your left knee down. And for the first part of the lunge, you can place your hands on top of your knee for a modified version. Or if you're ready for a little more hip opening, you can either stay here or come into lizard pose. So for lizard, you want to bring your hands on the inside of your right foot. And then toe heel your right foot out to the right edge of your mat. And you can keep your heart up, or you can lounge down onto your forearms. Take 5 breaths. Whatever you do, just try to ungrip your teeth and try to keep the same breath that we've been flowing with all class. So it's good to keep the slow breath, especially in more intense poses, because it gives your body permission to release into your pose. So 3 more breaths. Just 2 more on this side. Last breath here. And only when you fully exhaled, you're going to inhale to lift your heart back up. You're going to toe heel your right foot back into the center. This time we're going to inhale our arms up for low lunge, an option to exhale into a baby back bend, just a baby one. So you're looking up at the ceiling. Let your jaw open. Take 3 breaths. Trust yourself here. Your left shin and left foot is here for you. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Exhale out of your mouth. Let your jaw open. Now inhale your arms back up. Exhale to frame your right foot. You're going to lift up your left knee so that you're in low runner's lunge. And then from here, we're moving into a twist. So keep your left palm down and inhale your right arm up for 3 breaths. Feel your quads fire up here. All your leg muscles working. 2 more breaths. Last breath here. Untwist and frame your foot. Inhale to step the left foot to meet your right, and then exhale to fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, come to stand. Arms overhead, maybe a baby back bend. And hands to heart. Mountain pose. Just take a reset here as we move to the left side. So keeping the breath, inhale, arms up. Exhale to swan dive down. Inhale to a half lift and then step back on your exhale for plank. You can either choose to stay in plank or come right into a down dog, or you can bring your shoulders over wrists to lower halfway. And then inhale your heart up in up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take an extra breath in down dog. Now inhale, left leg to the sky. Curl your spine knee to nose as you step the left foot through the center of your hands. Release your right knee to the ground. Uncurl your right toes and take a modified lunge. Hands on your top knee. And the lunges don't have to be too intense. You can do 90-90 legs, like how my legs are, or you can lunge a little deeper into that left knee. Or if you did lizard on the right side and you want to even up, bring your hands on the inner left foot, toe heel the left foot out to the left edge of your mat. And every body is different, which is a beautiful thing. So sometimes some people can do more of a winged dragon. So your left knee is pointing all the way out, but don't feel like you have to look or be a certain way. If it feels good, that's good. If you're feeling a little intensity, that's also a good thing. So it's really important to have mobility in our hips. And more importantly, it's important to breathe. Stay with your breath here. We have about 3 more breaths to go. Don't feel afraid to breathe. It's honestly refreshing to hear other people breathe. Coming from a hot studio where we really like fire breathe there. So really is a beautiful release to just breathe nice and deep. Take one more breath here. Now we're going to inhale our hearts up. If you're lounging lizard, toe heel the left foot into the center. We're moving into low lunge. So inhale your arms up. And if you want to take a baby back bend, maybe use different hand variation than last time. Take 3 breaths. Two more. Last breath here. Inhale back up. If you're in that back bend, frame your foot. And we're moving into low runner's lunge with the twist. So right palm down. Inhale your left arm up. Take 3 breaths. Two more. Last breath. Untwist, frame your foot. Inhale to step your right foot to meet your left. And exhale to fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Stay here for your exhale. Just take an extra breath here. Just check in with yourself. Mind, body, heart. Fold on your exhale. And then we're going to come into chair pose. So you're going to bring your toes to touch in a slight separation in your heels. Bend your knees. Inhale your arms up. Exhale to sit back into your chair for 3 breaths. Inhale to lengthen your arms. Exhale to sit. 2 more breaths. Last breath here. And exhale to fold. Inhale, slowly come to stand. Maybe taking a baby back bend. Hands to heart. Mountain pose. Take some extra breaths or water or anything in between. We're going to come into one balancing pose here. Like I said, time goes by really fast, so it's a good way to waste some time. So for our balancing pose, we're going to come in to tree pose. But I want us to hold our balance for a minute, and it's okay if you fall, just get right back to where you left off. So we're going to balance on our left foot first. So when I was having us, connect with our feet, we're going to do that here. So if you lift up your toes and then bring them down, your foot should make a little suction cup. And that's going to be your stability on our left leg. And then for tree pose, there's a few different trees we can be. If you want just to be like a baby tree, so your heel on your ankle, maybe a little bit higher, or just as long as you don't have it pressed into your knee, inner thigh is good. Or you can do a hot yoga tree. So that's taking with your left hand, your left foot. So whatever you do, this is where you really tune in with you. So you want to find a still point to focus on. Sometimes that's just like the tip of your nose. Choose the arms you want. We'll take about 5 breaths. Like I said, if you wobble and you fall, that's great because we're building strength. So it's good if you're feeling the wobbles because your muscles are working to build strength. And also this is good for confidence, being able to balance like this. About 3 more breaths. You want more of a challenge, you can close one eye or you can look up at the ceiling. 2 more breaths. Hands to your heart. Release the right leg. Shake out the left balancing foot. Then we'll move to the right side. So planting the right foot, rooting it into the earth, making a little suction cup with your foot. And then choosing which tree you want to be on this side. Some sides might feel different than the other, and that's okay. Maybe just choose different arm variation than last time. I'm doing reverse prayer hands, and that took me a very long time to learn. The first time I ever did it, it hurt. But I feel like, I've never used those muscles before. So it's okay if you're feeling something. You'd rather feel something than nothing, especially in yoga. You don't want to be too comfortable. You want to be slightly challenged. And I will be quiet for the next few breaths just so that we can be with ourselves. You and you. Very good, everyone. Hands to heart. Release the left foot, shake out the other. And we have time for one more flow before we move down onto the mat, closing up class. So we'll start at the top of the mat. We're going to do sun beetle this time. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale to lengthen your arms. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back for plank. And then exhale to lower down. Inhale your heart up. Exhale, down dog. And now with one breath, we're going to step our right foot through the center of our hands, drop the left heel down, and inhale our arms up for warrior one. We're going to exhale back down. You can either step back to plank or right into down dog. If you step back into plank, you can exhale to low. Inhale, heart up. And back into down dog. So with one breath, we're inhaling our left foot through the center of our hands, dropping the right heel, warrior one on the left side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Step back, plank. Exhale to low plank. Inhale your heart up. And all meeting in down dog. From down dog, we're moving into pigeon pose. So inhale the right leg to the sky. Exhale to bring your knee, shin, and ankle across your yoga mat. And like I said, every body is different. So if it feels better for you to keep your left foot closer, sometimes it feels good to keep it farther. So just decide what you want. Also, if pigeon isn't for you, you can come right onto your back, or you can come onto your belly and take a half frog pose. So just decide what hip opening restorative pose you would like. So for pigeon, I see a lot of you already have your foreheads down for resting pigeon. Nice. But if you are up, you can inhale and take a baby back bend and just let your head drop back. You feel that more intense stretch in your psoas here on the left. And if you want a little more, you can take a mermaid. So grab your left foot. But take 4 more breaths. I feel like pigeon is the pose where people get most impatient, but it's really important for you to really just be in the pose. Try not to let your mind wander. Just stay present. It's 45 minutes for you. So try not to let all the other stuff creep in right now. And I find that's easier to do when I'm like really focusing on my breath. So when I constantly remind you to breathe, it's not to be annoying. It's just because it's really important for us to breathe and be present. Got about 2 more full breaths to go here. And people that love pigeon should take a yin class because you hold this pose for like 10 minutes on each side, and that is definitely a challenge. One more big breath here. And only when you fully exhaled, inhale to press yourself back up, palms on the mat. You're going to curl your left toes and you're going to release your right leg to the sky in three-legged dog. You can move your knee around and your ankle. And then bring the right foot down. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Then exhale to send the leg through for pigeon on the left side. So just make sure that your right leg is straight behind you. You're not like angled. And yeah, if you're deciding to be on your back or frog on your belly, just switch legs. And same option as the other side. If you do have your heart up still, just take a very small back bend and feel the psoas muscle that's in your stomach on the right. Stretch, just connected to all your hip muscles and even some of your butt muscles. So that's really a beautiful stretch. 5 breaths here. Good breathing, everyone. Honestly, I feel like the best sound to a yoga teacher is hearing your breath. So it's inspiring and it's beautiful. 2 more. Last breath on this side. When you fully exhaled, inhale to press yourself up, but we're going to stay seated. So what we're going to do is bring the right leg out from underneath us. And we're coming into separate leg stretching. So keep the left sole of your foot on your inner right thigh. Then we're going to inhale our arms up. And then when you turn towards your right foot, pick up the leg so your knee is pointing up, and then clasp your hands underneath the ball of your foot. So then after you have that, you're going to inhale and kick with your heel into the ground, into your hands. So your leg doesn't have to be completely straight. There, good, everyone. But then you do want to bring your heart towards your knees so that you're nice and aligned here. Take 3 breaths. Maybe your forehead comes down towards your knee, maybe not. 2 more. One more big breath here. Then when you inhale, open your heart back up towards the sky. Bring your arms overhead like a rainbow. As you exhale, switch out your legs. So the right sole of your foot on inner left thigh. Try to make sure both of your sit bones are on the yoga mat. And then inhale, arms up. And then when you exhale to twist towards your left foot, you want your knee up towards the ceiling so that you can clasp your hands behind the ball of your foot. And you're not going to lift up your leg. You're going to kick into your hands with your heel on the ground. Then you're going to exhale your forehead down for 3 breaths. And yes, I like seeing the bent legs because not everyone is going to have a straight leg. And it's definitely something you can work towards, but that's not the goal of this pose. 2 more breaths. Last breath here. Come out, arms overhead, and we're making our way to our back for Shavasana. But before you come down, if you would like to move down through a butterfly, you can. It's not for everyone, but it feels good for me because I just love hip opening. So just bring your palms behind you, and then one elbow down, and then the other, and then slowly just let yourself come into butterfly, left hand on heart, right hand on belly. Take 5 breaths. Two more breaths. And last breath here. You can stay in butterfly for as long as you want. Otherwise, just very delicately close your knees up. You can grab your knees, shin, ankle, or feet, and you can take a happy baby. You can rock left and right. Just make sure all of your back muscles are on the mat. And then if there's any last pose you need before Shavasana, maybe you want to take an extra twist. We twisted in the beginning, but it's always nice to end the class the way we started. So take that extra twist if you want. Just take whatever else you need. But then allow yourself for at least a minute in Shavasana. So let your body come flat. Let your toes point opposite directions. Let your palms be open towards the sky. Close your eyes. Bring your chin a little down closer towards your chest so that your cervical spine is nice and straight. And just breathe. Come back to that breath from the beginning of class where it's just nothingness, just breathing. Did things a little more slow today. So, a nice way to ease us back into practice. So, just really enjoy these nice and still moments and just be grateful for yourself and your practice and just being happy with your body and your mind and taking the time to connect all of that together. When you are inspired by some great purpose and some extraordinary project, all of your thoughts break their bonds. Your mind transcends limitations. Your consciousness expands in every direction, and you find yourself in a new, great, and wonderful world. Dormant forces, faculties, and talents become alive, and you discover yourself to be a greater person by far than you have ever dreamed yourself to be. We're going to close practice right here on our backs. So no need to make any quick movements, but I do honor everyone's time and we have gone a few minutes over. So if you're ready to move, just start to make some wiggles in your fingers and your toes. Maybe separate your jaw, stretch out nice and big. We will close practice with one breath. So just release the breath that you have. And in community, we'll inhale with gratitude and exhale. Thank you all so much for coming to yoga and for trusting me with your practice, and for everyone that's zoomed in and in person. It's nice to see all of you and nice to meet some of you. So I hope to see you again. Namaste.